This is my JavaScript final project for the Flatiron Bootcamp. I made an app called Furmiliar, and it's an app where you can have a pet and a toy box for that pet and have toys that your dog or cat liked, and you can comment on that and save it if you want to purchase it later. So this has a Rails API backend, which you can see here. I just used pretty much the auto-generated code for rendering the JSON. I did do a nested array with the toys, so that way we had that built-in association, because with my models, a toy box has many toys and has to have a name, and a toy belongs to a toy box and also has to have a name. So when you create first, when you load the page, the first thing that happens is, if we look at the front end code, and this is all using vanilla JavaScript. So in our index.js, you can see here that when the DOM content is loaded, first we're going to go to toy box adapter fetch toy boxes. So the adapters are where we do all of our fetch requests. And you can see here, and that's what's adding to the DOM in our toy box here. And so that's what's creating these little cards here. So if we were to add a new dog, you can see it just pops up right there, and we do have a prevent default, so the page doesn't reload. This is a single page application. We can also edit, and it just comes back up here into the form where you originally created it. So we can rename this, and pops up immediately. And we can also just delete it. So once you open a toy box, we have our new toy form and then the toys associated with that dog. So if we were to click Michael, say Michael's toys, and he doesn't have any toys. Root Beer's toys, and he's got a few in there. And we can also add toys. And we can also edit and delete toys as well. And again, everything gets populated into the form. And just to keep walking through our original code that we saw under DOM content loaded, so the next thing that happens is the toy box form, which is this form right here. We also have the toy box form listen event, so that's what's creating when I hit the create toy box. It's listening for that click. And same with toy form, I'm initializing the event here too to listen for this add toy or edit toy, depending on which mode it is in, because there is an edit mode for both forms up here. And that's pretty much it for my app and how it works. I hope you enjoyed this little preview of my project. I will have linked in the description the actual code if you want to go through it more and see how everything works, like all the fetch requests, all the asynchronous code that's going on, particularly in here. And how I set up the classes and all the event handlers that goes with that as well. Just keep scrolling through the last little bit of code in case you want to look at it. And I tried to use tried to manipulate the DOM with variables instead of doing inner HTML as much as possible. I personally just like that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next project.